Shulk, just jumps over and then just speed arts or nairs his way to death. But earlier, Lazog played.
The folks
Mike
at home
Kirby.
didn't see me doing the Shulk forward air chop repeatedly.
Owen was doing a very good Shulk forward air impression, just minus the sword.
There it was.
Yeah.
There it was. Like I had kind of said, Bayo wants to get kind of low to the floor, and Lazog can punch that.
But just Lazog does very well in those bad min-min matchups because he kind of farms.
And sometimes does bad into some really good min-min matchups. He's kind of funny like that.
But
like,
he farmed.
He doesn't like
Mike
fighting
Kirby.
Dr. Mario.
He farmed Mike Kirby and Ragnarok with the Rob, which both those matchups are
on
known
paper.
to be pretty good for the non-min-min.
I think Lazog's probably a better player than the two of them, but
He also just. He has that. He's been when he was playing the min-min more, he grinded the matchup experience. So nobody knows the bad matchups for min-mins like more than he does. He knows those matchups so well.
I like that. That's your hustle, man.
And then he dropped the min-min and went K-roll. But
on stream is such a weird persona.
Yeah, it's pretty even so far, all things considered, because we're starting to get to that percent where Bayo combos aren't really gonna kill.
But back air will.
Back air will, yeah.
That's definitely been Montrose's bread, and I cannot believe it's not butter,
Yes, sir. It's a little bit, but that's almost gonna kill. We're almost gonna get to.
Yeah.
We're almost gonna get to the up throw percent kill range for Min-Min also.
Or the back throw percent kill range.
True. That was
not
so bad.
It's a good nair.
Sorry, Lazog, I don't mean to trash you, but like, I was a little confused. You clearly lost your jump. That being said, Lazog does take that stock, and still not out. Still doable. Lazog, I've seen make this comeback.
I don't agree with that. I don't think.
I don't agree with anything so far.
That.
That hit?
It went that. I didn't know it did that.
Honestly, I feel like Montrose.
I was fully ready to say that
he thought he won.
Yeah, I was fully ready to say that was a wrap up.
I think Sig he went all in and didn't worry about saving his resources because he thought he won.
I thought he won too.
I didn't think Min-Min was recovering, but I guess
that's player awareness, man.
I guess Min-Min got
Sog's
buffed.
Different.
Yeah, suddenly this is
character
very
awareness,
doable.
man. Lasag is playing with hitboxes on, and we can't see them.
As long as he doesn't get hit with a spare back air, this is very doable. Which that spare back air, I feel like only was able to come out because he threw both arms. Yeah. If he just saved one,
guns.
Yeah.
Oh. I appreciate the down tilt to get out of the corner there. That's a Brown special.
Yeah, I love when you have that down tilt where it's just like you can do something.
Here we go.
Like
there we go. There's that back air.
Always like spam nair or back air on shield and then just down tilt away.
Here we go. Time to go.
Okay, so
neutral be gone.
So that was game one. Went
yes.
to Montrose. Lazog kind of threw away the one stop. Very.
I'm going to give Lasag a little more credit than you. That was just a very good nair against Min-Min,
Yeah,
Min-Min kind of has to go in a certain
upbeat?
direction.
He fared.
It would have bonked into.
Maybe he was
bonked,
like, I'm just going to take the percent. He was like, I'm dead, I'm taking the percent.
Well, I mean, I think the up B would have hit Montrose, right? Would it have not have locked onto the stage?
He could have just swung.
Maybe.
I at least would have tried it. Okay, we're seeing...
There's Ness.
I don't think this matchup is terrible. It's definitely not as good as the Bayo.
Yeah.
I guess Montrose, besides the mirroring game, is really set on the different character per game.
Didn't want to fight Bowser. I get that one.
Yeah, I wonder if we go to a reset, will Montrose continue
more
with
characters?
6 characters?
I'd love to see it.
Or even more if...
As a fan of Montrose and a fan of the game, I'd love to see that. I don't know if that's his game plan per se.
Yeah. So far, Lazog getting a good start. I've seen this matchup a lot. And Ness does not Ness doesn't have the worst time because of how floaty he is, and you can use that Nair. Nair beats out the arms, no matter what they are, no matter what, whether it's a F smash, ram.
The logistical problem I can see with it, however, is those are some large arms, and that is a very small child.
That being said, that is the case, and also
that's
just
like I said, Montrose is polishing off the edge guards a lot better than some of Lasog's previous opponents this bracket. That killed.
That.
Nice.
I didn't even see it kill.
Yeah, that was just Megawatt being Megawatt.
Yeah, I could also see just the 2-frame seems a little bit unfortunate for Ness, because if you do manage to clank with that PK rocket, it could just kill Ness.
Yeah. One of the notes I had made about Min Min in one of the previous sets was Min Min doesn't have a ton to check right behind her. It's down smash, and that's about it.
Yeah, unless you want to commit to another.
So a lot of what
big arm.
Montrose is doing is like kind of landing behind where Lasog is at, because like right there, Lasog is kind of forced to run away and then do an arm, you know. And with Montrose closing the gap very well, it's very difficult to get into a state where you want to be standing somewhere as mid. know?
One pretty niche thing about this matchup, which is like, it doesn't matter too much, but I thought it was interesting. Zog, Min Min actually has the longest, I think, roll from ledge.
Huh.
And it outspaced the little yo-yo ledge trap where they try to yo-yo both ways to catch both. It just rolled past the yo-yo.
I think that might have also been a timing issue as well.
It could have, but Min Min does
have a lot of invincibility for it.
I do know that Min Min does have the longest roll. It just doesn't always matter. Specifically from ledge, her on-stage roll is not amazing.
I think, you know, unless it's a very statistical outlier, most of those statistics don't really come into play too much.
They don't matter too much.
A lot of the time, you're just kind of wanting to beat your opponent outright.
They don't matter too many times, except for like the one you know, like, oh, Bowser's get up attack is the longest get up attack. It's like, that matters a little bit because you got to
statistical outlier, exactly.
Yeah. So it's just something to keep in mind. It's not something that wins. It's something where it's like Montrose might have to keep in mind, oh, I got to be ready for the roll. It goes a little bit further than I thought.
Maybe.
But even still, he's been playing the matchup
Or he could be
pretty
saying, I want to forward air.
Yeah. I will also say, Lazog does know Ness pretty well, because Lazog played Ness before.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, before Min Min. But that should be just before Ness.
Yep.
Yeah, and... Yeah, honestly,
Lasog's going to want to go somewhere bigger.
I was saying it might have been, I think, Lasog probably picked...
Take him to town, Lasog. No!
Well, he picked small battlefield against the Bayo, which might make sense, but Ness is really good on small battlefield. Falco, which this matchup is not amazing.
Lasers.
Lazog does not like this matchup because of lasers. He was talking about it earlier today.
Ah, I was right.
Yeah, we got some food, and he was talking. He was like, I don't like this matchup because lasers are so annoying. But Montrose also hates this matchup.
Then why is he playing?
Different character.
Montrose is a mystery to me, brother.
Mirren was just the one exception.
Yeah.
You know, where was the puff? He brought out the puff round. Oh, that's just it.
Love that. Just, you know, not alive anymore.
Yeah, and oh, that air dodge down,
eating
a
game
ton
over.
of damage.
Yeah, I love how you can kind of tell what Lasog's play style is going to be by the arm that he has out. Because he's usually fishing for the jump reads with the Mega Wall.
Yeah.
And up until he wants to kill you, he's on Ram. So,
yeah,
know.
I will also say, I love Montrose. He's a very good player, and I know he knows Min Min. For some reason, he's playing this game specifically, and it might have to do with, oh, he doesn't like Falco Min Min.
It could be he wants this to be over with.
It could
be
like, Falco Min Min.
Gotta play sloppy, get some early kills.
But also, he's not playing this matchup well.
No.
Like, he's not, like, it's not that
impatience.
He's not playing the Falco Min Min matchup well, but he's not playing the Min Min matchup well. This game specifically, there was a lot of sloppy thing, and I know he experimented with playing Min Min, so he should know about these little frame traps.
His Min Min has a brown loss.
Yeah. But he's, yeah, he's just done.
Yeah.
He was kind of just air dodging down into the F smash. He was eating a ton of damage just for nothing. So Zog just taking a free
I think there's a certain mentality you take when you're up 2-0 in grands. You start to say, I can maybe sleep a little. And I think it might came back to bite him, you know. Like you said, the bad air dodges.
It just seemed a little
sloppy.
bit sloppy. Yeah, no, because it was like
Same
he was
word.
getting hit with Ram, and then he would just air dodge, and Lazog was already throwing out an F smash, and both hits hit, and it just does 40 damage there for no reason. It's just, yeah, it's a little bit of sloppy stuff, which just if you play against Min long enough,
can't be playing sloppy.
Which, granted, in the other matchups, I guess we didn't see it as much. It's more Montrose kind of just advantage stated to win. Didn't have to play the neutral too long always. So maybe just Montrose doesn't.
And the other 2 games, he was, you know,
better kid.
I was gonna say getting up to, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
He hadn't.
Not having.
I don't want to say ego, but like, you know, you kind of understand where I'm coming out with
Yeah,
that. Like,
there's a bit of comfortability. You don't feel as panicked. You're like, oh, I have to.
I've still got a few games to go. You know, that
That
saves
was
Montrose.
good for Montrose. That body block on the tether. That's unfortunate.
That's kind of what I was talking about in the in that game 1, where I said, yeah, I think that probably just body blocks.
Yeah, I feel like Min's tether also doesn't really proxy the ledge as well as some others. I know Belmont, you definitely have the same problem where the fair might just try to target the person instead of the ledge.
Oh, it does that all the time.
It does that all the time.
If you,
goes, oh,
that's
this
that's
is
what I that's what I tell the people when they say, how do I get back
this
against?
is a regrab.
Yeah.
Okay, but it doesn't matter.
That's what I tell people when talking about Belmont is I say just put your body in front of the
Body
ledge,
blocking because
and I
it
lose.
won't be coded right. But
Thanks, game.
Min is definitely besides
Kind of
the
the same,
Belmont
kind
one.
of the same way.
Min I want to say seems like the second worst tether with that. Because even I've heard the opposite complaint about Byleth. Where
Yeah,
they're like,
oh, yeah, I
wanna
was thinking
spike,
that
and
one,
it's
yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I want to spike, and it just grabs the ledge.
Yeah, that was definitely a week 1 Byleth problem I noticed. I'm like, yeah, what if I want to hit the person?
Yeah, they were like, I don't want to hit ledge, and it just saves me. And but Joker, you don't see that problem. Ivysaur, it's just kind of Min's. Min already also was known as having one of the worst tethers, just from limited range.
Her recovery is not really saucy.
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, she shouldn't have it. But still, like,
Yeah, no kidding.
but yeah, this is looking like it's reset.
It's a little
already.
wrapped up, yeah.
Oh, that's yeah.
And I had noted Lasog is whiffing a lot of grabs tonight.
Yeah, and that's usually I want to say usually that's one aspect I really like from Lasog is I really like his grabs. He's really good at them. But tonight just
It could be that just people are getting more aware.
could be the K roll, just throwing him off.
That's a good grab.
You know, he hasn't played Min in a bit.
That grab might even be longer than Min's. That's back air.
Yeah, that should be just
And that is a bracket a la reset for Montrose.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we get to see more Super Smash Brothers.
yeah.
Never a bad thing, I suppose.
So we're going back to PS2. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder
We
if
we saw a lot of small Battlefield that last set. So
yeah.
from both players.
Yeah. So, still not
Bigger stage though. Bigger
Yeah,
stage. I'll give that to Lasog as a slight advantage.
I was surprised
air
we
dodge.
didn't see this more set 1 because this is
Yeah,
pretty
Lasog's
considered
got to
a
take
really
him to a
good
bigger
mid-range
stage.
I could see being scared, you know, of the Ness because Ness is considered very good on the stage too. But this is widely regarded as Min's maybe best stage because it's just huge.
Yeah. And I had mentioned Town and City earlier. Like, he's just... Montrose is closing the gap a little too much. And
Yeah.
I think,
I will say one thing I'm noticing is he's already gotten like 3 grabs, which is different than last set. That's like 4. So maybe
he remembered he has to actually, like, land them to win.
yeah, you remembered that's like what
Win
I've said is
condition.
one of his best things as a Min player. He's like so good at it.
Heard that commentary and was like, I gotta make no O to her. Really
He's
quick.
listening. He's listening. When everybody has like different songs in their ear, he has the stream in the ear.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with our stream songs today, because I mean D6 brought that up too, and
Yeah.
it's too funny.
Well, they're just not picking them. I always pick the streams. I always pick my song when I'm on stream. Don't worry. For stages, what's your go-to? Do you have any go-to picks?
Yeah, I did the D6 interview. I said that I really like the Tom Nook shop from first Animal Crossing because I mean I played a lot of Smash 4. That one drove everybody nuts.
Yeah. There's some like
it's a mental counter.
There's some good Animal Crossing ones for Smash, and then there's some not great ones for like where they're good, but they're just not good in bracket.
Yeah. You know me. I'm about that mental game. So.
Yeah. Personally, on my town in
jumping
Smashville, I go for 2 a.m. I like 2 a.m. On I kind of like all the Pokemon ones.
Who's playing Animal Crossing at 2 a.m.?
I don't know. Not me.
I don't think I was ever at that point in the quarantine.
See, I never got to listen to it. That's why I have to play it in Smash.
There you go.
But then I like generally all the Pokemon music.
Yeah.
For Battlefield FD, I've been going. A great Kirby song is Fatal Blooms in Moonlight. Oh, that was good. Brought back a lot of percent.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is honestly Lafraud keeping it really close, bringing this back.
That stage pick might be coming in handy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, please punish that. Come on.
Maybe honestly,
it is a giant purple fist.
It could be Joseph was kind of like, you know what? Set 1 was a wrap. You know, we're just gonna gather my mental and just save it for set 2.
I respect that.
Which, if so,
that's the
that can be a winning strat.
Could also be thinking of what funny screenshots he wants to put on the graphic.
Yeah. This really backfired because earlier today, he was still planning on going payroll, and he said that his goal for bracket was to have a frame 1 top 8, right? He wanted frame 1 top 8 to be posted, the graphic.
Yeah.
And
can't do it now.
Now he accidentally made himself into Grand Finals winner side. He messed up.
Well, I mean, he could have the resources available.
Yeah.
I saw him working on the Mirren one earlier. Could have been me.
Maybe he made one for him winning and losing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could be, he has the screenshots ready, and he just has to copy-paste them into play.
Oh!
Ah!
I always love that confirm.
Sometimes they just die.
Yeah, getting that Ram tilt.
Or, I'm sorry, esports. Sometimes they just not alive.
Sometimes they just get edge-guarded. That Ram tilt into Dragon F Smash is so good. Best confirm for Min ever since they nerfed Nair. I'm also a big fan. I've been playing the Mario Kart music more on Battlefield FD. And for Hollow Bastion, I don't know those songs at all, so I just don't pick them.
Battlefield.
Yes. Oh, wait. You know also why we probably saw Lafraud pick Small Battlefield so many times last set?
What's that?
Half the time he picks for the music. I forgot about. That's already dead.
What a Chad.
Yeah, Lafraud just wants to win. I guess
he also just wants to listen to the tunes.
Yeah, he wanted more games. He wanted to show off his playlist. He threw game 1 on.
And there comes the Rams.
He threw set 1 for the so he could show off his music.
Ram.
But now.
This is exactly what I was fearing if you were Montrose. That Ram just shuts him down.
And that's gonna be maybe. Okay.
Gonna be
he has
the big air dodge. Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, kept his jump because that would have been scary position. Oh, that is unfortunate. That's one thing that I've noticed, like, especially since Min's ledge hang isn't great. That PK fire is just really good at ledge against Min. Because you just hit after that and Min's dead. But that being said, Montrose did get the stock, but he's already at 122, and that's gonna
up the out of shield. That'll do it. Lafraud heard the venue was closing and said, I gotta go.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's a TO. He's being responsible.
Absolutely.
He's like, okay, we gotta wrap this up. Okay, so we're
has Lafraud won a BMS before?
I don't know. Okay, I was gonna say
I'm gonna give it
like
a maybe on like a week where some people might have not been.
I've seen him in Grands multiple times.
Oh yeah,
I just don't think I've seen him win. Because he got Grands at the even at the BMS Invitational, I want to say the summit.
Yes.
And he got Grands. He got Grands the week that last semester when the Rob visited from Johns Hopkins.
Which Rob was that?
What?
Which Rob was that?
People called him something. I don't remember what they called him. What?
Forced.
No, they called him something other than his tag also. They had some nickname for him. I don't remember what it was.
And
Maybe it was a previous tag.
The Thunder Tail is going to get the stock. That's the smash. Not
gonna kill though.
Ness's forehead too heavy.
Yeah, he got
I
that
missed
noggin.
the forehead, man. The noggin's got to come back next game.
Yeah.
That could.
I don't know.
That could have been
the new move is
wrapped.
still better. I think the
cool,
new move's
though.
better, but
I like
the noggin was
I like
fun.
the noggin. It kills. Oh, and there's the jump read. I saw him turn on that megawatt arm, and I said, "Oops, don't jump, Montrose. You know what he wants."
Okay, so I'm assuming we're gonna go back to the stage.
Perhaps.
But maybe not, because I'm assuming the bans will stay the same, and if Montrose already picked it once, we might see it again. Okay, yeah, small battlefield. No music choice. All I'm saying is, Lazog would have chose music.
I just saw in the GMU Discord that the Rivals of Aether chat was changed to Rivals of Gaither.
As it should. It used to be called Furry Chat.
Yeah.
Furry
So,
Smash,
you know,
yeah.
effectively the same thing as it was.
Yeah, and it still hasn't changed.
I just heard a Let's Go Joseph from Single A outside the door. There's the grab. Smart enough to air dodge back. Doesn't want to lose another stock that early.
Yeah, just has to beat the Bayonetta.
It is checkmate for Lasog here.
Yeah, and yeah, see, calling out that side B with the jump, and that's dead. Caught the jump.
Smart.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay.
An invaluable position if you are Lasog.
Yeah, that must also, I feel like that must also be a little bit frustrating for Montrose. Whenever you see a Bayo player just mix up their resources a little bit,
and then they die because of it.
Yeah, knowing that you have that great recovery, but at the same time, if you mess up your resources like that, you do just kind of die. Like, and when it happens,
I was
must
gonna
be a
say
little
like
bit
that,
frustrating.
but you know,
No, there he
kept
gets the side B back, he gets the up B back.
It was close. It was close.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way.
Oh,
Whoa, really low. Really low. I don't know about that. Linger will do it.
And
charged it just enough.
Okay, Montrose looking at kind of a mountain to climb. Because I don't know how Bayo kills.
And the mountain starts
early.
by Lasog falling out of the combo. That's
Yep. I don't know how Bayo
bad
kills
dash
at this
attack.
percent. You need the forward air, or you need the back air, and you're not going to get it when you have to approach. Yeah, but
that's at least one.
But like
There's
at
one.
the same time, I'm not faulting Montrose for the overextensions, because when you are behind at like 2 stocks, there is that like
it's game point. You're starting to panic.
Yeah, I need to do something. He has to. So the problem is he has to overextend.
Yeah.
Which is just Lazog's calling out.
Every percent is permanent right now.
Yeah,
you know?
there's so few characters that can play and come back without overextending like that and without overshooting and everything like that. But it's just hard, especially when you play someone who's also just a good player like Lazog, who's just calling it out so well. I would say Montrose kind of has
That'll
to
do it.
Yeah,
That's
he
stock.
has to get this edge guard. No,
Wow,
he
not
has
stock.
to jump.
We keep underestimating the power of the up B, apparently.
He probably should have just stayed off stage. Oh, that's gonna...
3-0.
Yikes, that was so unfortunate. The
finals.
up B clanked with the arm, and then the laser came out. But since the up B clanked, he didn't grab ledge yet.
Yep.